You don't need a new year to start again. You just need the courage to start where you are. Welcome back. Jaleesa Dallas here. I hope you are well. And we're here, per usual, to cultivate courage by breaking barriers to our success, bolstering belief for greater confidence, and building courageous, brave behaviors to optimize our lives. So, welcome back. Last week, I shared with you about an opportunity to do a self-inventory, something to help you elevate your confidence. And as we know here, confidence is the byproduct of courage, because we look at courage as building the values and taking the risks in order to be able to build the practices that are required for confidence. And so with that being said, I mentioned in the last video that there was going to be an opportunity for you to connect with me more long term, for us to explore more in depth, if not anything, that inventory and maybe some other areas that you're looking to improve and grow in. Because this is the middle of 2025, what better time than the present to get a jump start on the things that we have set earlier in the year, but we need to revisit and actually put some momentum towards. And so I want to invite you to something that I'm calling Brave the Shift. And this is a summer coaching program where I will be offering 90-minute intensives for those who are interested in activating their confidence and or implementing their soul work, those who are interested in business ideation and or expansion, and those who want to take their story and become authors. They want to build out their literary tools in order to self-publish and to establish some things that they have yet to do in their businesses. And so in this 90-minute intensive, it really depends on what it is that you want to be a part of this. Now, this experience is not just exclusive to one-on-ones, because I believe in community, and sometimes when we're in community, so much more comes out that we forget to ask or don't know to ask, but in community, it helps us to really take advantage of the moment. And so I invite small groups, no more than 3, to make the investment for our Brave the Shift summer coaching program, because in it, again, you'll get that 90-minute experience, either virtual or in person if you're in Northeast Ohio. I have a partnership with some of our local libraries, and we can reserve a room for us to do that in person if that's something that you're interested in. But I invite those small groups to come together to bring their questions so that I can answer them, and then we can take some steps to navigate what the end of 2025 will look like and what the next year and the following may look like as well, as it relates to you, again, developing your confidence and or implementing your soul work strategies so that you can be a better leader of yourself and thus a better people leader, and or what you want to build out in your business as far as ideas and strategies, and then how you might want to expand business and looking at different opportunities. If you're interested in speaking, doing podcasts, writing, becoming an author, whatever it is that I have lived experience, expertise, and evidence of success, I am happy to come alongside you. Again, this is a 90-minute intensive experience. For more details, you can visit www.gobraveLLC.com. I also want to add that this is exclusive for June to September 2025. I am intentional in making this a summer coaching experience because I know a lot happens in the summer. People are traveling for vacation. People are wrestling with multiple kids in the home. People have a lot on their plate balancing work, family, and everything in between. So my goal was to take a moment, literally a moment this summer, so that you can expand, again, elevate, and get some momentum so that when the new school year starts, when the new calendar year starts, for some organizations and some businesses, you have the momentum to sustain you to the end of the year. If not, prepare you for 2026. So there are 3 ways that you can participate. You can participate virtually, one-on-one. You can participate in person, one-on-one, which would be at one of our local libraries. And so you would need to indicate so after you make your booking, and I will send you the details to link your time to schedule. Or the third way you can participate is in a small group, again, 3 or less. And in that small group, you would want to designate the person who's actually going to make the full investment, and you all decide how you're going to divvy up the financial piece. And then also you're going to want to indicate if you want to do a virtual experience and or an in-person experience. Again, that is limited to Northeast Ohio. And so my hope is that this is something that will help you to navigate, again, the rest of 2025, while also giving you some insight on how to start off 2026. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that typically at the end of each year, I do a workshop series to help you revolutionize your resolutions. I invite you ahead of time to be a part of that. So be on the lookout. That is something that's going to be advertised probably after the Thanksgiving holiday. And so I would definitely encourage you to stay tuned for that, because that's going to be another opportunity where we can come together, learn more about what we have been able to accomplish, because I truly believe accountability is so needed. Not just in this season, but just as we grow and develop as individuals, as we build our businesses, as we do life, accountability is going to help us to be successful. Now, granted, for me, I like to start off with a promise that I make to myself. So before you even make an investment, I want you to make a promise to yourself, something that's going to keep you focused on your intention. And that could be your why. So for example, a promise that I have made is to be the lived experience of my soul work so that others can experience their transformation. That's what I've been doing day in and day out, cultivating courage. That is the lived experience of my soul work, doing that work of getting support, of disrupting self-sabotage and using those strategies, systems for my purpose and knowing my identity, and the sustainability tools to renew my mind on a regular basis so that I'm bearing good fruit. And then also a standard of living where I'm building out routines, behaviors, and habits that will keep me not just consistent, but disciplined. And so when I talk about accountability, it really starts with us making a promise to ourselves as individuals, and then getting that accountability, that commitment by way of people who are closest to us, God, getting that reassurance to keep us on the path to success. So I would love to connect with you for our Brave the Shift opportunity. For those who are connected to the newsletter, you all received a discount code. If you want to be a part of our newsletter, go ahead and go to www.gobraveLLC.com, where you find opportunities to subscribe with your name and your email, and then you'll be able to get access to that discount code as well to be able to apply at checkout. Again, I want to do my best to serve the communities for which I'm called to. And this is one of the ways that I believe I could be of great service to you, to help you to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Because we can have all the desire to do the thing. However, if we don't become the person to actually do the thing, we won't be able to possess or even have the things that we imagine or desire, and thus won't be able to give from the overflow of that. So I encourage you to participate as you see fit, whether it's you investing in the Elevate Your Confidence self-inventory, or in the Brave Shift, or in both, to become the person that you need to be in order to do what you're called to do, have what you're called to have, and then be able to give from your overflow. So thank you all for tuning in yet again for another Cultivating Courage with me, Jaleesa Dallas. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone you know. And until next time, let your soul work be your best work to a better you. Have a great one.